guys, it's Rob from Expedition Team Overland here with Nathan with Mark Wahlberg's trailers here up in Lorain, Ohio, and we're here doing a walk around of the OPUS off-road trailer. It's an Australian company that has these awesome off-road trailers. I've seen them a couple times on YouTube on the trails. They do a fantastic job on the trails. But Nathan here is going to do a quick walk around and show us all the aspects and specs of this trailer. So I'll let Nathan introduce himself and we'll do the walk around.
Hi guys, I'm Nathan from Mark Wahlberg Airstream and RV here in Lorain, Ohio. We are one of two locations. This is the Cleveland location. We have a Columbus location as well. We're going to be showing you guys the OPUS OP4 today. It's a great off-road trailer, one of the best out there.
Alright, so let's do a quick walk around. It's all air, so this is really cool. So it's it's more lightweight.
Absolutely.
So let's get this started.
We're going to start here at the control panel. It's all in one place, which is really awesome. We've got switches for your heater, lights, your refrigerator, your plugs, and your water pump here. This is your battery cutoff switch, and then this is where all the magic happens. This is the button for the air compressor that starts the whole process. We also have water tank monitoring. You've got two 20-gallon tanks on here, as well as an extra 12-volt plug and your battery monitoring here. So for the setup of the camper, it's really nice. While you're waiting for it to inflate is when you can get everything else started. We're going to start with the stabilizer jacks down here. They're on a really cool system for the off-roader because they swing down and lock into different positions. So if you're not level, you can actually swing your arms down. Ideally they're vertical, but if you're on rough terrain, you can lock them into different places to get the best stability for you. They come with a 3/4 inch socket inside the handle, and then you use that to drop the rest of the leg down into a stable position.
Yeah, these for all four corners?
All four corners, yep. So you want to drop them down until they're flat on the ground. They are not leveling jacks, so you're not trying to lift your camper up with it. Once they make contact with the ground, go an extra 1/4 turn, 1/2 turn, and that's all you need. OPUS is really kind to you. They provide a lot of accessories. Because it's a 3/4 inch socket, they give you this extended drill attachment that's going to speed up the process a lot faster. The next thing you can do while you're waiting for your canopy to inflate is set up your outdoor kitchen. It's a really awesome outdoor kitchen. It's a really awesome camper kitchen to begin with. But pull it all the way out, locks into place. Lift up your cover. Get your cooktop ready. And you got an awesome dish rack over here. Gets everything set up. Comes with a cutting board, faucet, and you've got LED lights on here. So go ahead and plug these in. And you've got LED lights for your whole kitchen.
Is it recommended to remove the styrofoam before cooking?
That's, yeah.
Recommended, not required.
Recommend, yeah. You can burn it off if you really want to. But yeah, they ship that just so it doesn't
No.
come clean.
No drawers?
Yep, yeah. So all these drawers, you got silverware drawer. This is just like a storage compartment. It's got a nice felt pad in there, so I don't think you want to put anything wet in there, but storage hoses, and then an extra electrical cable for your refrigerator. This is where all your water and drain lines are. And we'll go ahead and get this connected real quick. So you got, they make it real easy, it's color coded. and it's a quick connect, just like on the end of like a standard air compressor. Plug one in, plug the other in, and then you got red for your hot water as well. Hot water heater is an option on the Opus. It does not always come standard, but there is an instant hot water that you can also get for your shower.
And where does it drain into a? Do you have to put a
So yeah,
underneath there?
this has a drain plug or a drain hose here. That's what this white one is.
That just goes into a.
Yeah, you just drain that into a bucket or something.
Okay.
And you're good to go.
So there's no brown or was it brown and black water?
Oh yeah, no gray water on this. And there's only a porta pot, so no black water tank either. Another key thing to remember on this kitchen, all of these drawers do lock into place. You gotta make sure that they're locked in when you're putting your kitchen away, because if they're open like this, they'll swing open inside and then your kitchen is jammed inside. So always make sure you lock those cabinets. This is the upgraded ARB fridge. This, I believe, is 65 liters. It is a fridge freezer, fully programmable. This is your freezer shelf. This is your fridge area. Got a bottom drain and a light inside when it's turned on. Fully programmable all the way up to, I think, 55-ish degrees down to below freezing. And you're good to go. Opus really knows its travelers, so we're going to come up to the front end and we're going to look at how beefy their trailer hitching and stuff is. This is an optional 360-degree swivel hitch, so it spins all the way around as well as rotates front and back. Opus provides you with the receiver and the specialty hitch for this. You line it up, it pops up into place. Oh, let's try that again. Push this button down to open up the lock. This slides into place. Push this button down and it's locked in. It's not going anywhere. Allows you a full rotation up and down as well as spin. Got a nice little cover on here. Locks into place from the front, and then you kind of push it down to the back. It's not going today. They also provide you with really heavy duty chains and these U-bolts on the end. These unscrew. There you go around your receiver and then screw back into place. Really super strong, a lot stronger than your typical hooks and loops that most trailers provide you. This comes with your standard 7-pin round connector. It's pretty much standard for all towing vehicles, and because it's an Australian company, they also have a European attachment. We tend to leave those strung up because we don't need them here in America. You also have an emergency brake and stopping brake for when it's parked, so it's not going to roll anywhere. And then you've got this really heavy duty front jack. This is going to be your main source of leveling your trailer from front to back. But it just cranks up nice and easy. 2 huge wheels on here, so you're not going to get hung up on cracks, pebbles, anything like that. And then when you're ready to travel, this actually pulls out and the whole unit swings up, so it's out of the way. It's not going to get in trouble and interfere with any of your clearance at all. Also on the front end, Opus knows you're going out for a long time. They provide you 2 compartments for jerry cans. Those are your standard 5-gallon jerry cans, as well as in the center you've got your mount for your 20-pound propane tank. I mentioned earlier that Opus gives you a lot of accessories. This entire drawer is accessories. So we've got here your drill attachment that I showed earlier. This is your standard wrench. You also get a canvas patch kit Opus gives you a 3-year warranty on your canvas, but this is going to be a patch kit for any of your air valves, which are located right here across the back of the camper. Standard air mattress style air valves. And then they give you some glue, brushes, replacement for piping and tubing, as well as a large piece of canvas there, as well as screen on the inside too. You also get some additional strapping for any of your needs here. This is an extra lamp for the kitchen in case your kitchen lamp burns out. This one comes with a clamp on the end, so you can put it somewhere else if you need to as well. This is an optional additional LED strip for the internal LEDs. This is like a $35 option, so definitely something you want to go for. They give you wheel chocks included with your camper. They give you this little tool. I'll be completely honest, I don't know what it's for. C-spanner. There you go. This is an extra propane regulator. You never know when something's going to go wrong when you're out there and in the backwoods where you can't get to anything, any sort of repair shop. They give you a spare regulator. That's just some extra bubble wrap. I'll be honest, I don't know what this is, so let's open it up and find out.
First time for everything. Spare tire cover.
Spare tire cover, yep. Awesome Opus branded spare tire cover for the spare tire on the back of the camper, which we'll show you guys shortly. This is an extra table leg for the kitchen. On the kitchen, there's a pull-out cutting board. This is extra support for that pull-out cutting board just in case you're doing some heavy cooking. And then, worst case scenario, your air compressor dies, you're not out of luck, you do have a manual pump. It's not going to be fun, but it'll get you doing what you got to do. Moving down the back side of the camper, this is your standard 30 amp shore power connection. It threads into place, then it's a short, small turn, and wiggle it out of place. That's your standard 30 amp camper connection. Lock it back into place, and then you can thread it back on. Opus is really cool. They know that because they're a pop-up company, you don't have a ton of indoor storage. You've got your accessory compartment storage, but that's really about it. So they give you this immense luggage rack. Goes up over 8 feet tall when it's up like this. Locks into place with some safety pins. But this luggage rack, I believe, is capable of carrying up to 400 additional pounds of luggage and gear. They make a kayak mount, bike mounts, all that attached to this, I think it's a 1.5 inch grid here. So they give you lots of options for accessories to mount on top of your camper since interior storage is such a premium. We have on here an optional instant hot water shower. It's a propane powered shower. You connect it to your water lines back here. Same standard water connections as your kitchen. You got your propane in yellow, cold water intake on blue, hot water return on red. And that's going to connect up to this shower. You also have an Ironman 4x4 shower curtain. Swings out, mounts up, and gives you a 4x4 shower stall to work with. If you're not ready for a hot water shower, you do have your standard outdoor shower with hot and cold if you have the optional hot water heater. This is just for rinsing off boots, pets, any gear that got gross, and you got plenty of water to do that. So we're gonna move back up here. You have 2 individual 20-gallon water tanks. You got one up front, one in the back. Helps really balance the trailer, as well as lets you know when you're getting low on water. You can set it to one or the other, and that'll help you manage your water supply while you're out in the backwoods. On the back side of the camper here, there's not a whole lot, but you do have your braces that pin into place for your back bed, and then you've got your full-size spare tire back here. All right, now we can move inside. We can look at the interior of this camper. Starting right here, we've got an optional porta pot. This is something you can get with the camper. It's not plumbed into anything. It is just resting here. This is not meant to be its final location. You do have to remove it from the camper to use it. I had a guest sit on it, went right through the bottom of the drawer and into the sub basement. So don't sit on this. It is not meant to bear weight just yet. Up front here, we've got an extra plug. This is where one of those extra LED strips will plug into, and then you can mount it up above where you see fit. This rear bed is a queen size bed, strapped down so that when you flip it over, it doesn't fall off. But when you're resting on it and sleeping on it, obviously you undo those straps, and you've got a full queen size bed. They also come with these nice fly tents for a little bit of added privacy and a little bit of extra storage for your phone, your gear, chargers, whatever you need back there, and your nice back window there as well. This is your battery storage. You do get 2 AGM batteries standard. Not much to that there, but you got 2 batteries, which is really nice on a camper of this size. And this is a little bit of storage space here, as well as where your heater and a lot of your plumbing stuff goes. We are actually working on this heater currently, so that's the thermostat in there, and you'll see this open port here as well. But that's where most of your water lines and your plumbing and heating goes. Speaking of heating, this is your heat vent here. We'll switch over to the other side here. This is your U-shaped dinette area. You got a modular table. It's a folding table, so you can lift it up, take it outside if you need to, and it is height adjustable. Opus uses these pins as locking systems throughout the whole camper. Really nice and straightforward, not too complicated, really easy to use. Underneath here, we do have our speakers for our radio. The radio is located up front here along with our dimmer switch. This is an outdoor kick plate for an outdoor light, and then this is dimmer for the interior LEDs down below. This is also where your air compressor is for your system. So if there's any trouble, air compressor is located below here, hose, and the whole thing blows up through that hose and the main skeletal system. The front bed over here is a king size bed. You got these wonderful bed extensions here that make a flush connection with the bed. Without these, it is the same size as the rear bed, which is full queen. This extension makes it a king size bed. You're over 7 feet across, and I think 6.5 to 7 feet long. Plenty of space for big guys to fit in here. I have a lot of guys come in here and they're like, I'm not going to fit in that, and they lay down and it's perfectly comfortable. Again, you got your fly tent here. These zip closed if you want privacy, and then you got extra storage here in the back as well. So one of the unique things that we mentioned about the Opus is that it is an air skeleton. So there's no solid structure for the frame on the canopy side. This is, like I mentioned, where your air compressor is. It's down below here, but you do also have an additional outlet under here, so I thought that was worth showing off. This is your radio, and then you have access to your fire extinguisher through the front and top. This skeleton is pressurized up to, I believe, 13 psi. It is super rigid. You can see I can barely squeeze that in, and it runs through the entire system. Along the system, you have a couple of these shutoff valves. Allows you to compartmentalize the tubes. So if you were to get a flat along the tube system, you can compartmentalize that off while you work on patching it, and it's not going to affect the integrity of the entire camper. You've got access points all along the top and back. It's 3 arches, and then a main spine that runs across the top. So to start breaking down the camper, we're going to open up these valves. Like I said, I open them up, let them start hissing, and I just work my way down the whole line. Come on. Now I'll let these depressurize for a few more seconds, just because I don't want them to pop out at me. It's can be a little bit violent because it's a lot of pressure that you don't expect. Should be good to go. You'll hear that big pop. You can kind of see the compartmentalization. We've let those two go. This guy's still standing strong. But then we'll open up that and we'll let it all fall down. It's always good to kind of push some of the air out. It doesn't all come out automatically all the time. Now I just realized I put it down without taking the couch cushions down, so I'm gonna have to crawl inside and get those out of the way. So we've moved over to a different camper because on that one I didn't have this option to show off. This is actually an install in progress, so don't judge it too harshly. OPUS offers this really awesome trailer mover. Reach under here and grab this wrench. You are able to lock this into place. It engages with the wheel. This is a really high torque, low RPM motor that allows you to move the trailer via remote. It's also good for assistance if you get stuck a little bit. It's not going to be like a winch or anything like that, but it'll give you a little bit of extra power if you need to get pulled out of a tight spot. Really handy to have. Helps you back into a garage or something like that. If you're, got tight quarters or anything like that, it's a great accessory to order on these things. This is another one of OPUS's models. This is their smallest model. This is the OP Lite. It's a single bed model, so you got your front bed up here, and then you kind of got the half arch on the back side. Comes with all the same great features. You can get the luggage rack, the trailer mover, all that stuff on here. You've got your large fridge, you got your pull-out kitchen, everything that you need just in a smaller package. They also have another trailer that's built on the same frame as the OPUS 4, but looks a lot more like the OPUS Lite. That's called the OP2, single bed model, but on a larger frame. And they also have a large hard-sided option as well called the OP15.
All right, thanks Nate for showing us this trailer. I think this is a game changer on the Overlanding community.
Absolutely, it's one of my favorites out here. I love showing it to people because it's so unique. Doesn't compare to any other trailer in the vicinity. It's a great trailer, a lot of really cool features. I will say that it is something that you probably want to go with two people on. It's a breeze to set up, but just making sure that all this canvas and stuff is tucked in. Really important to have a second person help you tighten down all the latches and all that stuff. The luggage rack swings down, it's really easy. It's gas assisted struts, but it is still pretty heavy. It's about 100 pounds of weight even with the gas assisted struts, so just be careful with that. Other than that, take it off-road, take it anywhere you want to go. You got swing arm suspension, tons of clearance. This thing can go anywhere.
All right, thank you so much. Where do we find more information about this?
Yeah, so you can find us at markwalbergrvcleveland.com. It's a bit of a mouthful, but we're there. And yes, it is that Mark Wahlberg, the one and only.
One and only, from Boston. So, all right, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Have a great one.
You too.